My name is Matt Nesbitt, and my business is called Field Culture Compost. What we do, we divert organic materials from a landfill. We take that material back to our site and we make nutrient-rich soil amendments for farms like this one, home gardeners, landscapers, anybody who wants it. And the inspiration behind that was I have a background in small-scale agriculture and really wanted to provide a local source for organic soil amendments for my friends who farm, my friends who garden. The public definitely recognizes the need for the diversion of organic materials from landfills. People want to do better, and we were able to provide an opportunity for them to do that. So what we did is we started a residential composting service where we would provide people a receptacle to collect their materials in their homes. For restaurants, they do the same. And once a week we come by and pick it up, and looking to branch that out immensely in the future.
My name is Alicia Levels Moore. My business, the name Polaris, is derived from the North Star. So some people know, but some don't. That culturally and historically, when Black people saw the North Star, they knew freedom. And so for me, it was important to start our business on that same premise because Polaris is freedom, but they also knew people were going to come alongside and help them. So this is our North Star for small business owners, entrepreneurs, where they know there is freedom of thought, of idea, of possibility, but also that people are going to support them. I operate in the economic development, small business development space. I like to say all the time, I kind of sit at the intersection of culture, economic development, and community building. And so I just saw that there was a need for more spaces for exposure and more culturally competent education. And so that really was the genesis for wanting to found and start Polaris, because I felt like we needed more spaces to where people could truly walk in and felt like home. They could be themselves. There were no barriers to, regardless of what stage you were at in your idea or your business, but you could get the support that you needed.
My name is Christian Gooden, co-founder of Fountain Heights Farms.
And my name is Dominique Villanueva, and I'm also co-founder of Fountain Heights Farms.
We've been told that a loaf of bread might cost you $8 in that discount store across the street. And they just don't offer anything like fresh food anyway. So.
When we were growing the food in our front backyard, we would have neighbors who would walk by, and it's a conversation starter. It's like, what's growing in there? Do you have, can I grab a tomato from you? And
then my wife came with the concept of growing that food to give to our community.
The wonderful thing about having a garden is that it always grows more than any one person could eat, and so it was easy to share. And so I started passing things out, and then pretty soon I put like a little table out in front of our house and just kind of left stuff there. And then Chris helped me build a free pantry where we started putting our excess produce, and then I started eyeing other places and was like, hey, can we grow on this lot? Or, do you think they would mind if we set up here? And now, 5 years later, we have 5 lots in Fountain Heights neighborhood.
Most people who have applied for any grant know that sometimes it can be so cumbersome. You like, hey, do me a favor, keep that money, right? And so, I was very glad to see that the process was not overburdensome, that it was a simplified process for me to be able to participate in, to apply for, and be able to do what I needed to do to get the money that I need to get. Yeah, so we were able to kind of add it to our startup costs, right? Support different things we had to get done, whether that's licenses, whether that's the small taxes that you have to pay and privilege taxes. So it was able to kind of go into the pot of startup costs and just kind of help us to move forward.
So I heard about the grant through a program that Urban Impact was running that I was a participant in. And they say, yeah, you need to, get a little infusion so that you can move in a different way. And so Urban Impact told us about the Penny Foundation and the Future Forward grant, and we applied, and and we got a lot of community support. It was really humbling, and and all of a sudden we were grant recipient.
So through the Penny Foundation funds, it helped us to purchase our first delivery van. That vehicle is essential to what Field Culture Compost does. It allows us to go out into the community and pick up the resources that we need to make our compost. Without that van, without those funds, Field Culture Compost might not be able to make the impact that we do. I think the main thing about entrepreneurship is understanding that it's a process, it takes a while, and you got to have a passion for it. So with opportunities that come around like the Penny Foundation, you got to take advantage of those. Not a lot of people out there who will believe in you like you believe in yourself. So when you find those people, you have to bring them into your circle. And that's what I hope to do with the Penny Foundation.